Mark Bergeron here with Schwing America, and today we are going to look at the all-new redesigned SPTO 1000. So this is very similar to the SPTO 1250 that I did a video on earlier this year. You can see that on our YouTube page. But this here is the SPTO 1000, so it is a truck-mounted stationary pump is how we call it, and it is PTO or transfer case driven. This particular machine is mounted on the Kenworth T70 chassis, and what's nice about this is you do not need a CDL to operate it, so even I can drive this truck. 75-gallon fuel tank, and of course as we go inside the cab we have our SCC in-cab controller. We've got videos on that on the YouTube page, so I won't go over it. Standard backup camera, and that is a 5-inch screen. Moving down the machine, we have a 150-gallon steel water tank, and there is the water tank drain valve. And then what is nice about this is we have our water box fill valve and a water box drain valve. So you can fill and drain the water box from down here, and the drain is pneumatic. So we have a pneumatic cylinder on the drain of the water box, and you can open and close that drain down here. There is our fold down sideboard, and it's a little hard to see, but we have a frame mounted toolbox just below that. So what's really nice about this is all the room you have up here on the deck. Very nice and clean. These posts, they can be removed. And then we have a panel back here that gets removed. So this concrete pump has the 90-50 differential cylinders with a 1,000-millimeter stroke. It outputs 70 cubic yards an hour at 35 strokes per minute, with max pressure on concrete being 1,100 psi. And of course it has the long rock valve. Now in here we've got an aluminum fold down cover. In the future this will be plastic. And walking up here, again, you get a really good look at that nice open deck. Under this doorway, we have your water box, and then of course we have an e-stop button and our ram change switch. And then under this box we have our main controller. So there you have your quarter turn valve, your soft switch valve, and then this is your manual forward reverse. Again, look at that water tank, 150 gallon, and then they've opted for the optional tank heater. Here we have our 70-gallon hydraulic tank, along with an electrically driven oil cooler. And there is your filter. Radio remote is standard. So there is your receiver. And then here, of course, we have our auto lube, e-stop manifold, and accumulator. So just stepping down, good look at the hopper. This has the optional red light, green light warning system. So those LEDs will be green when the concrete pump is in forward and red when it is shut off. There is your backup camera. Getting down low here is nice and sunny. You can see our 3-button panels. You have a horn button, agitator reverse direction button, and our e-stop button. And here is just a holder for our cable remote. Going down the passenger side of the machine, another fold down sideboard. And there is our clamp basket. This has the SCT2 controller. So we will make a video on that and go over that at that time. Again, the radio remote is standard. So there that is. And of course we have our concrete pump and accumulator pressure gauges. And this is your local remote switch. This is your cable remote. And there, of course, is your cable. And we have 100 feet of cable in there. So you can either mount it here, or you can mount it on the back of the machine with that bracket. So stepping back again, this is the SPTO 1000. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Hydraulic water pump, and then another hydraulic drain valve, and another thing I forgot to mention is there is your water supply valve on the back. So again, this is the Schwing SPTO 1000, 70 cubic yards per hour, 35 strokes per minute. And if you want to learn more about this machine, just go to schwing.com. Thank you.